Okay, ready? Are we live?
Yep.
Okay. Take a look here. That's what our bread should look like. Nice and fluffy. So you got that nice indentation to it. Doesn't spring back. So that lets us know we're ready to go. So we're gonna make our pizza first, and then we're gonna portion our bread and our English muffins for tomorrow morning. Okay. And the great thing about bread is it rewards patience, and there's nothing fast about bread. You want fast for airplanes and computers, but you want slow for making love and making bread. Okay, so keep those two things straight. All right, so let's turn this out. Push it down like we did. Get some of that air. You hear that air popping out of there. And we're gonna portion out for a pizza pan this size. It's about 750 grams. So we're gonna start there. This is why your little scale is so handy. A little bit more. Okay, 750. We've got all these pieces, and we're gonna fold them into each other like this. So we're gonna get a nice round shape, and then that's going to rest for a little bit. Again, it's like marriage. It needs a little time to calm down. Now we're going to portion out our bread for tomorrow, or loaf. And right there's about 500 grams. So we're going to do the same thing with it. Pull that into a position where it will rest. And you can see I'm just kind of pulling that and making that outer crust nice and smooth. So we'll set that aside. Now we're going to divide this up. So we got about 350 grams left, so that should be about 87 grams per English muffin. We're gonna make 4 of these. Should be all about the same. There we go. Then we'll do the same thing with these little guys, and we're just gonna roll them on each other. You can see the technique here is you pull it and turn it, pull it and turn it, because what we're trying to do is create a little nice smooth outer crust. So it will taste the same if you mess it up. It's not going to affect the flavor, it will just affect the appearance. Don't overwork it. There we go. So now we have our 500 gram loaf. We have our 87 gram English muffins, and these now are going to go back into the refrigerator overnight, as they'll benefit from another long proofing. So we'll just cover these with a towel like this. And these can go in the fridge. Okay, now the loaf. Now I have these great little willow baskets called bannetons, and again, you can get them on Amazon or other food supply stores. I like the way they look, and to use one, you just fill it with flour, and then you just press it into those willow branches like that, that's formed in an oval. So put that in there. Now if you don't have one of these, most of you probably don't have one, you can use a bowl like this, oil it with olive oil, and then add flour to it like this, and then you can just drop that in there as well. So if you don't have one of these, don't dismay. All right, so we want to make one last full shape of this, and we're just rolling it around on itself to tighten that crust, and then you turn it over and just make sure that all of that, those seams are pulled together like that. Then roll it in a little bit of flour, then put it into your banneton, and then we'll cover that as well and put that in the fridge overnight, because that extra cold fermentation will really build more of that great sourdough flavor. So those are done for tonight. Now we'll take your pizza dough, and I won't bore you with the basics, but simply press it down into a circle. And I don't like to use a rolling pin here because it presses out way too much air. So what I like to do at this point is just use fingertips, and press it down, and you can see it's starting to just spread out on its own. And as you press down, you'll hear air popping, kind of like the bubble wrap. You'll hear that popping, feel it popping. That's a good sign. But we're not pressing out all of that air. So flip it over from time to time, keep it dusted, and then just continue that process until it is fully pressed out to the size of your pizza pan. I do have a basic red sauce recipe in my book on page, darn, I forgot what page. We'll put it in the note. Very simple sauce I've used for years, and we'll give it to you here in a second. So now the most important thing is what to do with this starter, how to maintain it.